Hey y'all, hey, sorry about my last video cutting off. It was time for me to go anyways, but I'm sorry it cut off abruptly like that. But I do want to continue with change because in order for this new season, phase, era, time in your life to be successful, you have to change and you have to do the work in order for the change to occur. So I'm gonna keep talking about change, 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 change. um, on my last video, I was talking about God has awakened you. Now what? We know we gotta change, and we have so many things that we need to change within ourselves. It's depending on how old we are, and it can become overwhelming. If you know you got to work on umpteen things and God is like, let's go to work, and you look at your list, you like, what? I got to do all of that. I don't want to work on myself on those things. I'm okay with being who I am. That's what goes on in a lot of people's minds. A lot of people look at the things that they need to work on within themselves and don't want to do the work. So what they do, procrastinate. I'm gonna work on that next year. All these New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna work. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna change that about myself then, and then until it's 10 years done went by, and you haven't changed anything about yourself. Meanwhile, things have gotten worse in your life. So y'all see why change is very important, and it has to happen. Something that I realized on my journey too is change is a repellent. When I tell you it repels people, when you change yourself for the better, people around you start dropping. And I've heard it a lot through, many different people. When you change, when other people haven't changed yet, they're not ready to change, they feel some kind of way towards you because you're no longer rolling with them or doing the things that you used to do with them. So they will feel judged, and you probably will be judging them too by the things you say. And even if you don't say anything, your energy your energy makes people think you're judging them. They automatically go in their convictions because they're like, oh, you don't curse anymore, you don't drink anymore, ooh, you don't do those things anymore. And so they feel like they can't do it, or they shouldn't do it, or they shouldn't be themselves. Like they don't feel like they can be themselves around you anymore. And then you don't feel like can be yourself around them anymore. Like I don't feel like I can be myself around people anymore. Like I just can't. My change has repelled so many people. I've lost 4 relationships, the kinships, friendships, because I have changed. And you know, on top of you telling people you've changed, now you tell somebody that they need to change something about themselves. You tell somebody that they got a bad attitude. You tell somebody they're a narcissist. You tell somebody that they need to go to therapy and see how they feel. They don't like it. That repels them. That will cause people to cuss you out and go ham because you told them that they need to change something about themselves that they know they do, but they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear you tell them that. So, seeing how people react to you when you tell them they need to change. Now God is telling you that you need to make a change about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And now you're kicking and screaming and hollering because you're like, no, I don't want to change my attitude. No, I don't want to change how I interact with so and so because so and so did this, 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 and this. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? It is now time for you to do what you've been telling everybody else they need to do. And you're having that same rebellion because you don't want to do it. Or you know it's going to take hard work. So knowing how people react to change and how you react to change That's where I came to the conclusion this is dirt repellent. That's where I was going with that. No, my point where I was getting that is that we are afraid to change, okay? And if our list of goals of things that we want to change is extremely long, we can defeat ourselves right then and there because our list is extremely long. But what we can do is start with the small things in our life. I've changed my attitude, my way of living, and I have so much peace. Like, you would think I was a millionaire. God picked me up off my back and showed me a new vision that put some pep in my step. I was able to look at myself, look at my own list of stuff I need to work on. And with my mind focused on all the negative stuff, because this is the thing too. God is telling you need to make a change, and you need to make a change for the better, and you need to change your attitude, this, and that. And you like, okay, God, good. Yep, on the right-hand side of me, I am ready to do this. But on your left-hand side, you got all these negative thoughts. You are still in victim mode. This person did that and they was just horrible. How is it that you want me to change my attitude when I still feel resentment? How is it that you want me to change my attitude in the way that I talk to this person when this person is talking to me crazy? How is it that you want me to get my money right, but every time I get my money right, my bills go up or something unexpected happen and I ain't got no darn money? How is it that you want me to get my lose weight or gain weight, whatever your circumstances is, when I'm unable to purchase the healthy things that I need, or if I don't have the time to go and work out? You know what I'm saying? We need to make these changes in our lives. We know what we need to do. We just don't know how to get there. And we look at the 24 hours that we have in a day and think that we can get it all done in a day. And if it don't happen all in this day, then we give up and don't want to do it. Because we live in a microwave society where we want things to happen instantly. So how do we change umpteen years worth of damage that we've done to ourselves? How do we even begin? When our minds is sitting there replaying over and over and over all the things that has happened into our lives, and we want to get so far away from it and change for the better to be better people, we just don't know how to do it. And the way I learned how to do it, y'all, with my mind still being on negative stuff, but at the same time looking at that light and reaching for that light, is start with the small stuff. Brush my teeth, wash my butt, do my hair, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, just something so small. That was that day, because that's all the energy and things I had for that day. But guess what? I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't do it last week. That was a small change. I'm not trying to conquer the world. I ain't did nothing with my attitude. I started with the small things because I couldn't even do those small things. Focusing when you have your negative thoughts, focusing on just a small task in your house. If that's all you can do, you do that. With putting positive things in your ear, motivational speakers, spiritual leaders, gospel, while you're doing the small things, because you're trying to close out all the negative stuff so you can put in that positive information in. Put in those positive changes and steps that you're making. And congratulate yourself. Y'all, I did this. It may sound crazy to a regular person, but when I was able to get out of my bed, I started making my bed up, which is something I didn't do. Made up my bed, brushed my teeth. I learned how to crochet my hair by looking at a YouTube video. I hadn't cleaned nothing, but I had made myself look presentable. That was an accomplishment for me, and I congratulated myself and I celebrated myself. I was happy that I was able to do those small things and make those small changes, because for this past, over the last year, I wasn't able to do it at all. Give yourself the grace and acknowledgement of those little small things, and then work your way up to those big things. Change happens every second. You can be a part of it, or you can get left behind because you want to remain the same. You got to look at your right now, your present. Do you want to be the same person? If you look at yourself in the mirror right now, is this who you want to be? If not, then you got to be like Michael Jackson, like in my other video. Make that change. You can control your change. It took you how many years to create your life today? And if you're not happy with it, it's going to take time to heal, mature, and move forward. We have to give ourselves the grace to change within the reasonable time. Y'all, we have given so many people so much grace and input into our lives. We have surrounded ourselves with so many people that have had so many influences from the time you were a child into your adulthood. And they're the reason, the people that we've encountered are the reasons why we look at ourselves in the mirror right now, asking us who we are. Because we have absorbed so many different personalities and traditions and societal things, like, you know what I'm saying? And we've allowed people to stay in our lives for so long, giving them how much grace to keep messing us over and over and over. And now it's time for us God has awakened us. And it's time for us to give ourselves grace and mercy and take the time for us to heal ourselves. And we get lazy with ourselves. Because God said we need to change and we don't want to. What the hell? No, there is no way that we can allow mischief and his minions to drain us so bad that we can't change for ourselves for the better. We have given so much of our lives, time, grace, mercy, faithfulness, loyalty to so many people and didn't get it in return. And now God is telling us to make a change. Change these things about you to make yourself better. And give yourself the grace and the mercy that you have given everybody else. Give it to yourself. That right there in itself should be enough to make you want to change. I'm just saying, the fact that you gave all these other people the time, the grace, and the mercy to mistreat you, and now God is giving you your time back. And it's telling you these are the things that you need to do to get your time back, that people, the same time and grace you've given to people, it's time for you to have it. What you gonna do with it? Let's get it. It took me 40 years to create the chaotic life I was living, okay? And I've been walking with God for a year. And he has restored my health, my mind, my spirit, my family, and the greatest of all, our relationship, me and God's relationship. Like, he has shown me the absolute grace, mercy, kindness, forgiveness, patience, loyalty, faithfulness, respect, unconditional love, support, encouragement, protection, healing. And he looked at me and said, guess what? There's more if you keep walking with me. I had been looking for all of these characteristics in people, in human beings, and I wasn't getting it because they kept falling short. And I let myself down as a result of it, because I relied on it heavily from humans. And I allowed them to control me, my thoughts, my emotions, my everything. They even took me away from God. And the thing is, all of these things that I listed, the characteristics that God has displayed for me, I didn't give it to him in return. I have been beginning to see that God has been making me feel the way I've been making him feel. I asked for loyalty in my partner and didn't get it, only to see that I wasn't being loyal to my father because I idolized my spouse. I idolized my work. I idolized the materialistic things and would go to God occasionally. Like I prayed, pray my prayer at night, say my grace. And when things go wrong, I'm praying, hey God, can you help me get out of this? But the way God is in my life every day, every second, every minute, he was not. I was using him. I wasn't patient with him. I wanted him to do what I wanted, how I wanted. I was controlling him. I wasn't faithful to him. I didn't give him unconditional love. Like, I felt the deep hurt and pain that I caused on our Father when he was waking me up every day. He was providing me with provisions when nobody was able to. He was encouraging me to know that I went against our Father. The stuff that I was looking for in human beings to provide to me, that our Father was giving to me the whole time, and I neglected him. I didn't provide him with unconditional love. I was impatient with him. I wasn't faithful to him. To feel that hurt and that pain that I caused our Father makes me not ever, I mean ever in life, want to hurt our Father like that again, or ever allow anybody to hurt me in that way again, ever. That in itself gives me the motivation and encouragement to change. Because if I'm rocking with somebody that I have lined up all these human beings that have been in my life, and I put God next to them, and I say, well, how many times have human beings been disloyal, faithful, not faithful, betrayed me, backstabbed me? How many times did God do it? When I was broken and down and out, crying in my closet every single day in my pillow, people didn't want me calling them, crying, talking about the same thing over and over. Who did I go to? God, our Father. He was holding me, comforting me, providing me with the knowledge and wisdom. So when God tells me to change and he tells me to move, I move with a sense of urgency. When God tells me to change, I need to change my attitude. I need to change my health. I need to change my whatever. I'm going to do it. God has been the best co-parent. He's been helping me with my children, with my marriage, with my finances, my health. Why wouldn't you want to change? I'm just saying. So I hope that helps some people. It has been a struggle this whole year, as far as you got 20 plus years worth of heartaches, pain, and you're trying to get to that light. And every day you wake up, you know you have to make a change. You know you have to make a change, but you have all of that trauma and that pain that is clawing at you as you wake up today, and you feeling joyous, you feeling great, you are ready to go. And mischief be like, not today. I got all these negative thoughts. And you like pulling on God, like, but help me. What do I need to do? That's the struggle. That's the struggle. But if you don't stop, I'm telling you, don't stop. Every day you wake up, whether you can hear God or not, don't stop with your affirmations. Don't stop reading your Bible. Don't stop if you find your spiritual leaders, whoever they may be. Find your motivational speakers. Find your kingdom citizens, y'all. I'm not going to lie. When people popped up into my YouTube feed with a regular looking video like this, I'm like, who is this? Because you know you're used to people with the graphics and all of that stuff. And if you see somebody looking regular like this, you're like, I ain't clicking on that video. It look broke down. You know? But y'all, when kingdom citizens start popping up into my YouTube feed and I clicked on it and I started listening, and everybody sounded like me, like what I was going through and experiencing, and I found people that I could share my experience with. Because y'all, to the people in my physical world, I can't talk to them about this. They don't know what I'm talking about. I probably sound like a witch. I sound like I'm in fairy tale land. I sound like I done flew over the cuckoo's nest with the things I've experienced and seen. Oh my goodness. So thank y'all for watching, listening. Welcome. Like, for those of you that are wanting a relationship with God and you trying to figure it out, like you are at the gate and you like, how do I get in this mug? I am trying to help y'all, because I was that person. Like, y'all keep talking about getting in the kingdom and I'm trying to get into the kingdom. What do I do? For the people who have, or who are in the kingdom, and you in the orientation phase and you trying to figure out what am I supposed to be doing? This is orientation. You're an apprentice, because it's a whole nother ball game over here with our Heavenly Father. So God is directing me with my channel on how to teach people and guide people how to live their lives, to have that relationship. So y'all can give me some tips and stuff down below as well. If you've been in these streets longer than me, I am always open for help, criticism, whatever. I thank y'all so much. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video.